Hello people of the YouTube. Haven't made a video with my camera in quite a while. I mostly don't like making videos with this because the sound is kind of bad. But I figure if I kept my voice kind of low, it won't have that squeaky voice, y'all. It was very noticeable in Jet Set Radio Future episode 0. Can't believe that got as so many views as it did. But today is, instead of Tech Friday, switching away for that for right now. They wasn't getting too many views for Science Friday. And today, on Science Friday, we're going to talk about time. Time! Now, if you had a time machine, the first thing that usually pops in your mind is time as we know it actually exists. But it doesn't. Because time itself doesn't keep track of years and dates and months. So if you wanted to go back 2 days ago, instead of putting the date, you just 2 days ago. Or maybe using the hour instead of days. Because again, days in what? Because that always bothered me when I was watching any kind of science fiction movie. Well, they're in outer space, talking to tons of other extraterrestrials, and they talk about dates. Since all planets orbit a star differently, and the planet orbits around the moons differently, it always bugged me. A day of what? Earth Day? Mars Day? Jupiter? So it'd probably be best to do in hours instead of days. Oh, maybe it'd be more like in Beast Wars, where if you travel into the past, it'd be random. You have no control where or when you're going to be at. Now, since the idea we know is time does not actually exist, that probably means time traveling is impossible. Because usually, when I think time travel, like y'all probably did, you're probably like, oh, let's put in the number 1800, so we'll go back to the Wild West or something like that. But since it doesn't move like that, those numbers are an invention of our minds, human minds. And any other complex number is the invention of other complex life forms out there. It's not the invention of time itself. Nah, I still like the idea of time traveling. Now, because of that, what a problem. Does that mean you can only travel one way, and that's forwards? Because I'd be watching a lot of science fiction stuff, and lots of other science stuff on Science Channel back when it was awesome. Talking about how the easy part of time traveling is going forward. You just gotta go really fast. But the hard part, if not impossible, is going backwards. Sometimes I'll be watching that, they'd be like, I discovered a way, if you could go into time, instead of having a time machine that travels real fast forward, like in Back to the Future, you just have like a merry-go-round, it just spins. Woo! Maybe that is the solution to fix all problem. But hey, if I could time travel, and if it was a one-way ticket, I would go forwards anyways. A lot of people say backwards. They always have different reasons. Oh man, back in the Wild West, man, well man. Oh man, back in the 50s, marriage was great, so I choose the 50s. And yeah, I know, whenever I talk about marriage, I like, yeah, marriage was great back in the 50s, 40s, and 30s. But, forward, man, forwards. I would like to know if we survive. Will we travel amongst the stars, or do we go instinct? It's a good one. And if it's a one-way ticket and we go instinct, I guess I'm gonna be lonely until I die. And since I don't know how to farm, and no one's growing food, I'll probably be dead real quick. So if I don't just find some random trees growing apples, like, oh my god, I found some trees that grow some apples. Only if I find some bananas, but I'm hungry. I can't be a pickle. Nom 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 nom. Maybe I'll find some random carrots here and there. Oh god, no, not the carrots. Not the carrots. I tried carrots 3 times. Cooked, uncooked, and carrot juice. All nasty. Nasty. There was just no way of saving it, but I guess if you're that hungry, you eat through it or you die. Well, I guess I'm dead. I've puked my food out. Let's find some more apples. I can eat that without puking. Oh, we need some clean water. If humans went extinct, how do we go extinct? Nuclear war? My big cup of water. It'd probably be more slower and more painful than that, but you get the jig. And plus, even if we could change something in the past, how would that easy work? Would it be like in Dragon Ball Z, you just create a new timeline? Meaning, you didn't really change anything, you just created a new timeline. Or maybe you didn't create a new timeline. That timeline always existed. Now, the one thing I had problems with Dragon Ball Z is when he traveled back to his timeline, it's his timeline. He didn't travel back into a timeline. It may have existed, but he jumped into that timeline, or a timeline he just created. So, somehow he was still linked to his timeline. Maybe he was still linked because chunks can only exist in one timeline. So for him to go into the other timeline, we'll call that GT, it would be impossible because then there would be 2 future chunks. One future chunks we all like. The one with the androids. The other future chunks, But there's still some problems with that because he did still exist in the same timeline as Baby Trunks when he tried to change the past. So would you be changing anything, creating anything, or just jumping into a new timeline? That's a good one to think about. Okay. So, peace to all timelines, not just my own. And you know what? It's too blind. Goodbye.